You stupid.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Hello. Well, hello there. Now, here we go. Good morning, everybody. What's up? I'm on AB, Dip Sauce, Maniac, Bad Boy. Get this man some BG drugs before he goes insane. Absolutely. Good morning, Punjabi Punish. Bagman, how am I today? I'm fine. I didn't sleep too well, but now that I'm actually up, I'm feeling quite alright. These titles are getting more desperate. I'm getting more desperate. What is there else to do if not play Battlegrounds? I need some Battlegrounds. Come on, guys. Let's just, you know, all agree that we want/need some Battlegrounds. I definitely want some. Need some. I also need to figure out who is going to be my... So need to figure out who is going to be my... I mean, we can do this. It's fine, yeah. PG Junkie, after seeing Gallon now, is Airwalker rank 340? I don't think so. No, I would say no. Because, you know how in competitive play, you hardly ever actually make Horsemen of Apocalypse? You just keep playing Apocalypse, and if anything, you rely on the synergy, but you don't use the pre-fight. Well, the problem with Gallon is that those synergies only come in play once you have made somebody a Herald. Yeah, if it would be like Apocalypse, where you have you know, two effects. One is when you make them a herald, and one is kind of like just there, then maybe, you don't know, could have worked. But it's kind of like, you know, Cable works only because you can just bring him along and you don't need to make him a herald, kind of thing. So I don't think so. I mean, he's definitely gonna be better, same as Terry. But is it something you're going to be doing like daily? I really don't think so. He does lose stuff because his buffs, all his buffs are more potent based on how many charges he has. He starts with 1, he can go up to 3, and he loses 2 of his charges. So he cannot make a herald at the start anyways. He needs to win at least 1 fight, and if you do, then his buffs again lose that potency. Some new mother, by the way. Negative need awakened. Negative is worth ranking unawakened. Like, I had a rank 3 negative for ages, but yeah, he does benefit from being awakened. He gets that regen when he's degening and some other stuff, so it's very good to have him awakened. In beta, we complain a lot about the issues, but with or without the issues, yeah, of course, absolutely, 100% agree. I was fully open about that. Issues or not, I definitely did enjoy Battlegrounds a lot. Last one was the least enjoyable, with the lower health pools and like no nodes and stuff, but in general, I absolutely love Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds represent about, I don't know, 70% of my interest in the game. Got Null, Negative, Dragon Man, Fantastic, Bishop, Celestial, and Sorcerers, my rank 3 candidates, all unduped. I run Suicides and I have 45. Cosmic Catalyst should I go out for? Okay, if you run Suicides all the time, then it would be, for me, probably Bishop or Dragon Bat. Neither one of those strictly need to be awakened, and they handle Suicides the best. Sorcerer Supreme is Null is actually probably the best candidate, though. It's Null, Dragon Man, or Bishop. Definitely not Sorcerer Supreme. Sorcerer Supreme is borderline unplayable. Is Suicide Master is Scylla Centurion. It's fine-ish. Mr. Fantastic. Again, he's not Suicide Champion. So it's kind of like Null, Bishop, or Dragon Man. So I'd probably go in between Null and Bishop, depending on what you need more. What's up? What's up, Enzo? How are you doing? Welcome. What's up, Emma? How are you doing? Hope you're well. Good morning. What's up, Otter? Why Kabang do worse than CGR? Of course, you know exactly why. The CGR, you know, is too strong. Hey, what's up, K-Man? Welcome to the stream. Wasn't for BGs, I'd only. Yeah, well, yeah. If it wasn't for BGs, then what is there? Some challenge modes like Eternity of Pain and stuff like that, and you know, some new story content or something. So yeah, I really do want BGs to come back as soon as possible. Are you late? No, I just started. Not late. Do I give all my 6 tons to make Sentinel or wait for Nimrod, who I don't have yet? I'd probably still go with the Meg Sentinel, because you don't know when you're gonna get that Nimrod, and when you do, eventually you're gonna get enough 6 tons. It's not like Nimrod has to be SIG 200, you know what I mean? It's very good to have him high SIG, but even at low SIG, he can do a ton of stuff, so I'd SIG up that Meg Sentinel first, personally. Do I go? Okay. Obi has it. Yep. Pretty much that. What's up, K-Dog? How are you doing? Good morning, man. Think of one game. Good synergy. I can tell the Paco. He was insane. Well, clearly they didn't want to this time around. Maybe they regret doing it. Like how a brutal roid I need to get taken care of soon. Ooh, that doesn't sound nice. That doesn't sound nice at all. See, is Animake and Mangog worth rank 3 for BG defense? I'll be 100% honest, like, Mangog, out of all the Mystic tank champions, is kind of towards the bottom end for me, because he's not that hard to play around, I think. You know, obviously he can be problematic, especially if some sort of extra power gains involved. But, you know, I will definitely pretty much always add in Man-Thing, Sasquatch, Raintra, probably Mojo and Ebony Maw before I kind of go to Mangog for AW defense. It's 511.
$5.11.
Well, that still is in keeping with that. You know what? We're gonna accept this. We're gonna accept this very well. Thank you very much, Heinz. Thank you very much. Heinz 11 slowly is kind of turning into the most frequent supporter. I definitely have noticed, and I thoroughly appreciate that. I think for last week or two, I definitely noticed that little bits here and there, and I appreciate that a lot, man. Coming at a time when I definitely kind of need it, and yeah, thanks, man. I mean, like, you know, every day he's here as well, for sure. Thanks, man. And there is no, yeah, Joe. Watch every one of your videos, provide great service to the community. Least you can do to support you. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate it, and it matters a lot. It truly does. And yeah, but yeah, I mean, Animake and Mangog is still good defender in BGs for sure. It's just not necessarily kind of like my first call. Why is Nimrod good? Why is Nimrod good? Because he's great. He's not good, he's amazing. I think that's more accurate, to be honest. Why? Because he nukes stuff down. He's extremely effective. He's quick. He's tanky. He's reliable. AW rewards tomorrow morning, yes. so I still hope that we get the MCOC Alpha Flight project. Sure, why not? Dude, could be kind of cool. Deal for rank 4 Cosmic. I have Venom, Medusa, Hyperion, Herc, but I like to rank for CGR, but I don't have a 6-star. I'd just go with Herc first, then, especially if Herc is awakened. You know, CGR is cool and all, but overall, Herc is still the better champion, in my opinion. CGR is amazing still, obviously, and it all comes down also to, like, personal preference and stuff, but trust me, you're not making any compromises by ranking up Hercules. Will you make video on best things for the UP panel? Yeah, I think I will. What do you think about stealth max 6 for rank 4? If you have Scorpion and if you really like stealth, I can see that. I think Bullfighter took his stealth suit rank 4 because of that. But I can see people doing that now. Because I do think that with Scorpion synergy, stealth suit is completely different beast. What's up, chilling here? How are you doing? I think it's easy to forget that this is your job, zero support. Well, what can I say? I wish more people thought of it that way. Hey everyone, I was hoping I could get some advice. I opened Farsight Nexus, I got Human Torch, Spider Ham, and Vision Arcus. I already have Human Torch as a maxed out 4-star. Yeah, 4-star should have no bearing to which 5 or 6 stars you take, so I'd still go with Human Torch. Overall, Dinosaur, I'd still pick the Human Torch, 100%. So William Stoner, Lynx, everybody else. Nimrod has all the qualities you want in a wife. Tanky, nuke stuff downhill, reliable, yes. You think Quicksilver is gonna get nerfed? I think that would cause a massive outrage, especially these prestige reasons. I think if there's any champion that seems somewhat OP but won't get touched, if Kabam knows what's better for them, they won't touch Quicksilver. Let me put it like that. I think because he's such a high profile, such a high prestige champion, some of that choice is how he got to be added to the game. I think it's about as big of a plot armor shield as a champion can get. But who knows? So what's the deal with Quicksilver? You still haven't seen summary vids. Well, he's amazing. He's gonna be very good evade, unstoppable miss counter with you know, obviously ability to completely eliminate opponent's ability power gain. So for all intentions, he does look very strong. Had fresh bed last night. Oh, I know how that feels. We had one like last week or so. I mean, my girlfriend picked happy bed sheets, which, you know, obviously I'm not necessarily super happy about, but they were very good quality. We got them in like Wilkinson's or something. I think it was Wilkinson's, yeah. And they just felt very, very, very nice. Actually really like Stealthy without synergy. Unfortunately missed out Scorpion Arena when it was out. I just went for him. I mean, like, Scorpion's in the current featured 6-star tank, and his basic arena is coming like in September or so. But if you do rank 4 Stealthy, then definitely make it your mission to get Scorpion, because with Scorpion, the dude is just insane. By the way, guys, he kills all the mutants except Bishop. When you talk about Nimrod. Any tips on pushing for Thronebreaker? I just finished 6.3. Definitely check out the Grandmaster fight guide. Yeah, Grandmaster is not an easy champion to deal with. That's 100%. Do not skim over it. Do not take it lightly. Grandmaster can take you to the cleaners unless you learn to fight. Other than that, you know, ideally watch some guides and farm some revives and stuff. Tried rank 1 Arcus for EOP Warlock, he did pretty good. High ranks without willpower should be able to solo. Yeah, probably. No, Medusa can. So Arcus should too. Come back once the more since Conex. Yeah, I know, Ate. They definitely have plenty to work on. I agree to you that BG should only come back when they filter out the modders and all that as a real actual game mode. Meanwhile, I don't see much harm in them just giving us another quick beta just to scratch that itch. You know what I mean? I obviously don't want the game mode to come back as a live actual game mode with proper rank rewards and everything else whilst we have all of these problems. But at the same time, you know, we played through 5 buggy betas with modders and everything else, and I wouldn't mind playing through the 6th one. They can still work on BGs in background. It doesn't mean that, you know, they can't do anything about Battlegrounds whilst they are live. You know, that's just a silly thought. They can still do everything as the Battlegrounds are live. Some you lost shampoo as well. Ooh, nice. Well, sounds like you went full pampering there, Emmett, on yourself. Nice media. All the mutants. Yep. If you need more specifics, KD has. Yeah, I have an in-depth video on Nimrod. Absolutely. I don't know. That's only I could pull a single feature from these feature crystals. Well, I got Hulkling yesterday, so I'm super happy with that. Finished 6.4, but only 45% TFRCC. Any specific place I can go more? Yeah, Act 7. Just get in Act 7. Honestly, Act 7 is easier than Act 6, I think, still. Start pushing Act 7-1-1 after the OP. Nice. Get to it, man. Get to it, lad. Act 7 is much different beast from Act 6, and it's kind of like more enjoyable and more leisurely and less finicky and tricky, so to speak. So yeah, go for it. So rank 3 Nimrod, not a can still beast. Yeah, still very good champion. Still will eliminate all the mutants. You know, with rank 3 Nimrod, I wouldn't necessarily kind of gamble on my Nimrod speed against like Abomination or something like Immortal Abomination or something like that, which are the matchups that I use my Nimrod for often. Because people underestimate how good Nimrod's damage output is kind of like in a regular fight. But even with rank 3 unduped Nimrod, he's still gonna nuke all the mutants like nobody's business, especially those kind of like peskier ones, like when you have to fight like toads and crap, you know? They're just non-entities when you pick a Nimrod. Would you be able to please, for the love of the game, mate? Guess on Quicksilver's impact on the game. I trust a judgment, probably. Okay, I don't know his base stats necessarily. One second, let me actually check his base stats. 5-star, rank 5. Okay, fine. This is gonna be quite important as well. So, these stats are... Fuck am I supposed to? Oh, okay, whatever. 6-star rank 3 is 41k health, 33.3k attack. So let's start here. Okay. Six-star rank 3 health. $41k. Top third, that's fine. So base health is fine. 3358. Base attack should be quite high. $3.3. Again, top quarter, top 10, top 15%, something like that. 3.3 somewhere here. The base stats look good. Again, so looking at Quicksilver. Right. Most important things. Permanent slow. Easily achievable, because I think as soon as you reach 300 charges. In order to reach 300 charges, you basically need level 1. I do think you can also skip that and just dash backwards for the most part, and then under parry stun and stuff like that. So I do think it's going to be fairly easy to activate this one. At slowest range, you kind of need to get level 1. That's about it. So I do think he's going to be extremely potent. Miss, evade, unstoppable counter. That's quite easy to activate. Other than that, obviously he has big burst damage. He doesn't have like any immunity stuff like that. I do think he's going to be very popular war champion, primarily due to his withers. whenever he dashes back. I do think he's going to be a mainstream meta champion. I can tell you that much. I do think ability to reduce opponents' power gain. Yeah. Just dodge back and then you can pause these forever, basically. You don't need to strike the opponent to enable this and stuff like that. And when he's awakened, you can get up to 6 and reduce the opponent's power gain by up to 300%. That's quite huge. When the opponent loses a bar of power, pause all Trom and Wizard debuffs. That's quite cool as well, because that lose the bar of power typically involves just whenever they throw a special attack. So, and that's quite a long pause as well. And I can easily see him being tier 1 Alliance War champion. I don't think he's necessarily going to be a Q champion. I can easily see him being good in Battlegrounds if his damage holds up, which we don't 100% know yet. And I can easily see him being good for a ton of challenge type content and things. So I do think he's going to be quite impactful. Speaking of that, by the way, I think since Quicksilver is so hyped, I'm quite sure the Quicksilver is going to come second this month. I do want to do something cool for people. In regards to Quicksilver. And whilst it's obviously impossible for me to kind of like gift away 6-star Quicksilver, I can give people 5-star Quicksilvers with that early access bundle. I need to strategically figure out exactly when those early access bundles are going to go live. And I think I'm going to do an Evizone contest. I just need to figure out exactly what form to have it, if I have time for it. As in, like, if Quicksilver is the second champion. And I think it would be quite cool if there are some, like, you know, newer players who typically maybe don't spend on the game, or, you know, still obviously rank up 5 stars, that I could gift some people 5-star Quicksilver with a chance of a 6-star Quicksilver, obviously. But, you know, realistically, that's not going to happen. So I'm just thinking whether to do it as an art contest or something else, or more random. I'm gonna strike. Alright. For sure, both Quicksilver and Gallon are still safe because Kabam knows that catch both. I'm not sure about Gallon. Gallon, I could see. Quicksilver, definitely not. Quicksilver, I think, has the biggest blood armor. Fingers crossed for Scorpion and Rintra. Yeah, well, best of luck, Noob Mother. Best of luck. Thoughts on August champion? I think both of them look very, very good. Gem, Sig, Spider-Man 2099 for war right now, or wait? Because I would wait. I think another thing that Quicksilver does have the potential to is completely or partially replace Spider-Man 2099 in Alliance War. Not for all the fights, you know, because obviously Spider-Man never gaining buffs and being beast against true strike champions still gonna make him basically irreplaceable. But I think a lot of stuff that people use Spidey for, like, I don't know, Mangog mini boss on that aspect of evolution, improved power against stuff and things like that, I think Quicksilver could potentially do much better. These betas cause more frustration than fun. I don't know. I mean, during these betas, I completely fell in love with Battlegrounds, so they do cause frustration, yes. Send me a message earlier. Whereabouts? We finished Plat 1 this season. That's 2 more tries. Nice. Best of luck to you. I have Scorpion left to hunt now. I got Hulkling yesterday. Damn, you got Hulk. So it will be dangerous. Yeah. Weekend is kind of growing on me a bit. There's nothing wrong with learning something new, like pronouncing very. Yeah, of course, there's absolutely nothing wrong. Good morning, brother. Hey, what's up, Slinger? How are you doing? Feel like Quicksilver should be quite squishy. Well, Quicksilver isn't all that squishy, to be honest. He has above average health pool at the very least, and small, medium characters typically has fairly decent block proficiency. Counter to root, that'd be cool if he was, but he isn't. 1st of August is Hack Day for me. Links, so decided to have some nice things and first, but nah. Hack Day? What does Hack Day means? Think Quicksilver will be meta champion? Yeah, I think Quicksilver is going to be meta champion. Absolutely. Does Stripe need Awakening for Abyss and Mutant Challenge? No, absolutely not. Stripe does not need Awakening for Abyss or Labyrinth or stuff like that. Awakening is only really needed for shorter piece of content. And then they just announced 1st of August champ and the second one. I don't know. They don't do that. But yeah, if Quicksilver's second one, I'll definitely be giving away like 3 or 5 Quicksilver early access bundles to some people, just so they can get themselves a Quicksilver. It could be memes, it could be artwork. I think artwork is probably the way to go this time around. Then 5-star Null do want to play. Yeah, 5-star Null can still do it, yes. Hey, what's up, Solid Snake? How are you doing? Very based of the contest. Okay. Trying to 40k 6-star shards for my birthday. Nice. Best of luck, man. How many rank 4 do you have, plus how many of those you got from in-game content? Lastly, do you think it's fair to free-to-play players? How many rank 4s do I have? I have... Oh, crap. What I have is big bleeds on my face. Yikes. Okay. Let's try and get the regions in. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get wrecked here. Okay. We can play this perfectly. I think he did he just... Yeah, he did, didn't he? He just assassinated me, didn't he? Nearly correct. I have 9 rank 4s. Take up 10. How many of those I got from in-game stuff? Okay. How many of those are from in-game stuff? How much all the Karina challenges give you total? Like 2 attentive pain. That'd be 1. Then 7.5. That'd be like 2. I probably got 4 or 5 from in-game stuff because I also play relatively high Alliance quest. Always Masters plus Alliance War. And I have done every single piece of content. So I think about half of that stuff is from in-game things. Do I think it's fair? It never has been and it never will be fair. You know, that... Of course it's not. Of course it's not. This is also, you know, not a paid game, you know. I do think Kabam monetizes itself way too aggressively, 100%. You know, trust me, I'm like no Kabam defender in that type of aspect. But at the same time, you know, since the very beginning of this game, if you wanted the cool things faster, you always had to pay for it. Eventually, you can kind of grind, but since the introduction of cow crystals, this game has inevitably become much harder to be played completely free to play. I do think you can get about 80% of benefit from the, you know, massive big spenders spending about 20% of the money. It's kind of like Enzo did his spreadsheet where he says I spend about, I don't know, $2,000 a month on this game. I completely do not. I spend, you know, 10 to 20% of what he does on an average month, minus the big sales. And like our rosters are not that different. But I do think that, you know, you have like your choices to make. If you are free to play, you will never, ever be at the very peak top, minus some extraordinary circumstances, I'd say. And it's kind of like, I know it's a shitty deal, and it's harsh, but that's just kind of like, you know, the choice you make playing this game. In a sense, like, nobody's keeping you here. Nobody's forcing you to play this game, where if you do want to play at the highest levels and stuff like that, you have to spend some money. It's like, yeah, you know, you don't want to spend, you don't want to spend. You can play how you want, when you want, how actively you want, which game modes you want. But to a smaller or higher degree, and I do agree that the gap is widening 100%, and I don't like it, because despite the contrary belief, I'm not like a massive spender. I spend about as much as I have to kind of maintain where I am in the game. I will never be, you know, one of those people who just pop 200 cow crystals to hunt a new 6-star or something like that. And there's loads of those. Or, you know, gifting event still made me nauseous, absolutely, because that was like quite literally an auction of status. There are, you know, we all have different levels of tolerance for this type of stuff. Yeah, that's about right, AB. I think the only time when free-to-play could play at the highest levels of the game was pretty much if you were a hardcore dedicated grinder and just before cow crystals came out. And well, the thing with that stuff, like for instance spending that much on Korean challenge, what you need to keep in mind, the Korean challenge isn't a fresh content anymore. That's like half a year ago. At the time Korean challenges came out, those rewards were good, and those rewards represented much more than $60. It's kind of like complaining, it's like I spent 7 hours doing Labyrinth of Legends and somebody can, you know, spend $30 and buy more valuable stuff. You know, content rewards always get outdated. Same like, look at Act 6 rewards. How long do you have to play through Act 6? And how much effort you have to invest, and, you know, do you get 0 rank 4 materials there, for instance? You know what I mean? And obviously that effort is going to be significantly higher than, you know, whatever it would cost now, like, you know, with all of the Act 6 rewards as well. So these rewards, content rewards always get outdated. But, you know, next Korean challenges are going to come out. It's probably going to have relatively... Karina Volume 2 isn't... When did Karina Volume 2 come out? In those months, there have been a drastic shift in game economy. When Karina Volume 2 came out, people had what? 2? Rank 4, something like that. At that time, it was big rewards. Since then, Kabam has completely devalued rank 4 resource worth. Absolutely. You know, and when next Koreans come out, you know, you're gonna definitely get much more there. Like, that is one thing that Kabam definitely has done. They have really aggressively flooded the game with more rank 4 materials. And not just in offers. Let me put it, like you mentioned Karina's challenges and these offers, right? But every month now, just by doing KBQ and just by doing monthly side event, you get half a catalyst each as well, right? That's just by doing KBQ. That's like virtually no effort or no extra effort that most people didn't do anyways, right? And you get half there. There is a rewards imbalance in this game 100%, and Kabam always kind of updates the in-game options the latest, which I hate. They always sell the good stuff first, and any kind of like older permanent content showcases that, you know, outdated effect kind of the hardest. But again, if you take a look at monthly event quest rewards and stuff like that, you get half a catalyst each for just doing KBQ. And again, I'm not gonna defend Kabam and all of these decisions. Obviously, it's not ideally how I would like them to do things. But it's not that... It's like, I just don't necessarily understand what do you exactly want right now for them or us to do. Anyways, one second, let me catch up. So I realized it was impossible to play it up now, so we play and find that. Yeah, it is pretty much impossible or almost impossible to play at the top now. Especially now with more prestige ranks being introduced. 14k prestige for free to play with 2 rank 4s. Yeah, it's fine. Good. Recovering from Carnival, very well done. Full-time free-to-play competing. Yeah, I read that one. Yeah, Emma is JJ on her other account. Good morning, bro. I hope everything's absolutely great at your end. Hey, what's up, Sunny Ray? How are you doing? Good morning to you too. Hard back then. That was decent. There you go. It's like also that people don't understand how big of a difference KBQ made, and that was like the turning point. As soon as KBQs came out, free to plays got absolutely shafted basically. As an end result, you know, my account was better than Brian's, without a doubt, when KBQ came out, for instance. But you know, now you can't even compare the accounts. And I only kind of properly realized that when Brian was trying to play Battlegrounds. How many 5 stars or like under-ranked champions he had to use and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And before, you know, that was even like before I started doing YouTube. I was kind of like looking at Brian's account and mine account, and I was like, okay, I'm ahead, you know, by this many, you know, rank 4s or rank 4 5 stars or something like that. And, you know, okay, I have a few more. But at this point, you know, the difference is just, you know, we're not close to being in the same bracket anymore. And that all started with KBQs, and obviously then also increase in Kabam selling more and more catalysts and resources. And it's just a very good illustration where, you know, if I was before ahead of Brian by like 30% or something, then, you know, now I'm ahead in terms of multiples of how many more rank 3s I have than he does, how many more rank 4s I have than he does, and stuff like that. And again, that's not to discredit Brian in any sense, it's just to showcase how a dedicated free-to-play player account progression has gone down in the last couple of years in the current game economy. Why do we need to wait? Why do we need to wait 3 weeks till EOP rewards? Because Kuban likes to torture you. I think that's... Oh crap, I took the wrong. Well, again, the thing tied to rank ups tied to progression level is because they made the story content easier. That's quite literally because they had to make Act 7 a lot easier, because none of us wanted hard Act 7. That's why they put the 3. Again, I think 3 rank 4s was not the right requirement, but whatever. Don't praise the game. If they're watching the stream, they'll probably think they are giving away too much. Maybe. Consider myself playing MCOC 6 months later than endgame players. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Yep. Press some likes. Appreciate that. I just want the content. Yeah, I love that as well. I agree. I 100% agree. I want this game to be more reliant on what content you do, not on what offers you buy. 100%. People uncast actors and actors play MCC model characters. I don't have an opinion on that. Again, Enzo, you follow kind of MCU way more than I do, and I don't think about it that much. That's to kind of put it simply. Only reason I brought O'Brien because I think he's I think he was a pinnacle of free-to-play. Like GD40 has quite a few players that pretty much doesn't spend. Like they're not maybe 100% free-to-play, but you know, they spend, I don't know, $100 a year or something like that with small accounts. And I think it's GD40. No, I think there are a few more people who pretty much don't spend. I think the 30k units guy is just crazy grinder. He's further ahead as well. He was day 1 Paragon, and he was 100% free to play up until he won one of my giveaways and spent $50. But he was 100% free to play all this time, and he was day 1 Paragon. So I do think that there are some people now that are higher, because, you know, I do think... What's the best way to put it? It's Brian's game, however he plays. Obviously, that's how he plays. But, you know, he left for Loki several times, which every single time kind of led to him dropping back a bit. And now he hasn't been in, like, a serious alliance for quite a while. And as the rewards get improved in, like, all the game modes and stuff like that, you know, that is visible more and more. That he's not, you know, playing, not necessarily on Masters level, not even like plat 1 or plat 2. And once you spend money, you lose that FP title, that free-to-play title. Yeah, I know. Again, however you guys want to play, that's on you. I didn't see that. Just want to check Evizone. Oh, I Grand 5? Oh, right. Yes, perfect. Sweet. I'll check. I will check it indeed. I will check that one indeed. Grand 5. Upon when it's finished, someone can finish. Sure thing. Rise Kabam doesn't announce. Oh, Kabam already publicly stated that early this week they are announcing at the very least a W changes and rewards buff and stuff like that. So yeah, that's 100% coming. That is 100% coming. I suspect today or tomorrow, probably today. As I said, early next week. And yeah, a W rewards buff is definitely around here. Oh, that's free play title. I don't spend loads, but occasional offers. Well, here's the thing as well. I think this game does have kind of unhealthy. There are some people that take that free-to-play thing to unhealthy levels, and it's like where spending money is shameful, and you know I'm free to play, therefore I'm somehow bestest or better than others. No, it's a very simple choice you make. You know, that's about it. Nobody should ever be made to feel bad if they are like supporting the game that everybody plays. You know, from a company perspective and from rest of the players' perspective, you know, free-to-play players do not kind of contribute to the life of this game in the same degree. Obviously, it's still important to have like large player base and free-to-play players. But I do think MCOC has that, you know, oh, I'm free-to-play, I have bigger balls than you. And, you know, I completely disagree with it, obviously. I think you play however you want, and other people can play however they want. It doesn't make you like any better human being or a player than, you know, somebody who plays differently. But there is a lot of that, definitely around MCOC. This is like the first game where I have noticed that. I haven't spent a penny on this game. I'm better. And yeah, that's not where it's at. So, you know, that's what I think anyways. Free to play, great. You know, if you, especially if it's free to play, even though you could afford to spend some decent amounts of money, because that's like an actual decision you have made. If you're free to play because you're broke as shit, that doesn't mean that you're better than anyone. And you know what I mean. And if you spend as well, that's cool. Keeping this game on. You can pretty much do all the content. Yeah, MCOC definitely has a lot of that fattiest, whaliest roster stuff as well. Absolutely. 1 year giveaway. Well, fair enough, Universal Gaming. %90 of players who's considers themselves. Yeah, that's also. I have heard this is the stupidest term in the world. that quite literally drove me nuts for ages. Had an alliance mate who used to say that I am semi-free to play. Oh my god, it really drove me nuts. I can't even explain how pissed at that semi-free. I literally flipped my bitch switch at the semi-free to play crap so badly. And he kept saying it, and it's like, dude. It's like there is no in between. It's like you can't get somebody semi-pregnant, can you? You know, for instance, it's like either you are or you aren't. And I swear he was a cool guy, he was a smart guy, but that one thing just, yeah, blew my mind, man. It got me so mad. I like grinding. Yeah, I like grinding in the game. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, if I felt that I could play this game at the highest competitive levels without spending, I absolutely would. Yeah? I much rather prefer earning my rewards. All of those rewards that you actually earn feel 1,000 times better than the ones that you just buy. You know, that was one of the reasons why I got so excited with Battlegrounds. Because it's kind of like a face-to-face game mode where you have to fight for the stuff. Like, again, Slinger, I completely understand you, and I, you know, get why you do it. New console game. Well, with me as well, like, obviously my situation is somewhat different now. Like, as I create content and as I do make money with this game, I do think it would also be kind of somewhat disingenuous with me that if I went like, you know, you know, this game and YouTube and my channel is providing my income, and I'm like, oh well, I can't test any new champions, or, you know, I can't offer any insight about the, you know, top tier alliance war or something like that, or when new content comes out and I'm unable to do it, it's like, oh, one day I'm gonna get there. You know, I think it's obviously not as direct as that, and I'm not trying to throw a shade of any other kind of like big content creators, and everybody works as it has, but I have that mentality of, if people of this gaming community are the ones that are supporting me and enabling me to do this, then I want to do the best job I possibly can by being at forefront of any new challenge, but by being at kind of forefront of any and every game mode, by being at forefront of, you know, whatever new is coming in the game, so I can like give a like legitimate insight. Like, there's nothing, I'm not gonna say that there's nothing that pisses me off more, but one of the things that really infuriate me in some videos is when people, for instance, who know absolutely nothing about top tier AQ or AW start offering some sort of insight of what is happening in top tier alliances and how decisions are made and, you know, what's important and stuff. Like, really pisses me off. It's like, you have never been in a top tier alliance. Like, how the fuck would you know how they operate? You have never been like in, or you haven't been in one for like many years anyways. Like, how would you know? You know what I mean? When people's like, oh, when, I don't know, Grandmaster's Gauntlet comes out, and imagine a YouTuber who hasn't played the Grandmaster's Gauntlet starts making guides for Grandmaster's Gauntlet. You know, they're always obviously welcome to do whatever they please, but just those are the opinions that I don't listen to or care for. So yeah, by definition, by extension, there are a lot of YouTubers whose opinions I just don't care for when it comes to topics like that at all. Semi college, okay. Plus, I think they should drop respectable units offers more often. Yeah, I agree. I agree. 100%. Cash offers are always so much better than unit offers. Why am I not enrolled in CCP? Because I have a potty mouth. Have you seen my videos? Have you seen my videos? When Gauntlet's coming out, I was kind of hoping it would be coming this month. So honestly, I have no clue. Because if it's not coming this month, then next month I doubt it's gonna come as well. Because next month, you know, we're probably getting 8.1. I don't know though. You know, like we just don't have information on that. When I asked if I prefer tights or best answer, personally, I haven't been in butcher shop. Huh? No, we do not know about Gauntlet. Alright, you know, somebody there definitely...
Oh, well. Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did...
Larry!
But either way... Aha. That's okay. Trust me about that CCP thing, you know. I'm really not that fussed and bothered about it. I love that, huh? Alright. Yeah. The joke was terrible, yes. Can picture Gauntlet coming out if 8.1 gets pushed back? Yeah. I can see that happening for sure, William. How much difference is between rank 3 and rank 4 in terms of Battlegrounds? I mean, like, like, what's the obvious statement there? If you play mirror match and if you have a rank 4 defender and the opponent has rank 3 defender and you're using same attackers, you're gonna win. But in essence, it's not that big. In most cases, kind of. Honestly, you know, rank 4s look more intimidating than they are. One of the key things to kind of deal with, and I understand that coming from my mouth it's kind of silly, but for instance in last session of Battlegrounds, if I was running like a Liquid Courage double edge setup, for instance, I only used like 4 of my rank 4s or something like that, because I didn't like using Dr. Doom with Liquid Courage double edge and the smaller health pool. I couldn't really use Mr. Negative because, you know, he needs to be parrying all the time, but if I have debuffs on me that would be failing, and I couldn't evade safely as well, so he was literally unplayable. With Liquid Courage double edge, I also didn't use Silver Surfer much because he doesn't really benefit from Liquid Courage double edge in terms of damage increase, but, you know, he loses his health, so his fights lasted pretty much the same time as without those masteries, but you were guaranteed to lose X amount of health, stuff like that. So when I had like 4 rank 4s, let's say, and I went up against several guys who had like 9 or 10 or 11 rank 4s at a time, and there were several of them. So, you know, I felt like the underdog in that fight, obviously, because they had more rank 4s, but at the same time, there is a kind of like a key trick of avoiding mirror matches as much as you can and drafting different matches. If your roster has, you know, short, like, what's the best way to put it? There was a perfect example, I think, against Dab, where we both were left with human torches. We both were running Liquid Courage double edge. Dab had a rank 3 Mr. Negative. I had a rank 4 Mr. Negative on defense, and obviously I won that one. When you have rank 4s, you can play on that. You can play much more on time and speed. When you don't have the roster advantage, you need to make sure that the matchups each player is taking are different, and then the difference is virtually eliminated. If you force opponents in less than ideal matchup, it doesn't matter if they have a rank 3 or rank 4 to use, you will be able to outpace it easily, you know, if you have better matchups. So it's one of those things where rank 4s obviously matter, they are effectively kind of like a tiebreaker. When you have identical or similar matchups, one with higher ranked champions is going to win for sure. But matchup itself is way more important than whether it's a rank 3 or rank 4. Like, heck, I have lost to rank 2s, for instance. Or 5 stars at times. If they have better matchups, you know? Monkey. Oh, come on with that. Do I need a grind star one if I bought everything? No. There's not. Like, I have a ton of these things still left. I have like 10 of these that I'm not using because there's no need. I have bought everything in Valkyrie's store. There's literally nothing left for me to buy, and they are not converting the ore to gold as well. So yeah, no. As soon as you have gotten everything, you know, just leave it there. Be done with it. But alright, see you later, man. But yeah, rank 4s also have the smallest increase in the game's history in terms of attack and defense. So rank 2 to 3 is much bigger difference than its rank 3 to 4. Sorry, rank 1 to 2 is much bigger difference. Then rank 2 to 3 is about 16.8%. Rank 3 to 4 is only like 14.6%. 6-star scaled the slowest. So out of all champions in the game, of all ranks, rank 3 to 4 is kind of like the smallest percentile difference as well. So that's another reason why you can easily beat somebody with more rank 4s. Again, obviously it's better. You do have bigger safety net, you can be faster and all that stuff. Nobody's gonna try and deny that. But you can definitely beat, you know, rank 4s and stuff. It's kind of like... if rank 4s were that important, don't you think that virtually all of the top 100 largest accounts would have been like in top 100 Battlegrounds ratings? No. Most of the players that topped Battlegrounds had like, you know, mid 2.5, 3 million accounts, something like that. Nowhere close to that 5 million mark that we see at the top of the biggest account leaderboards. Always less than 20%. It's not... I honestly, like, I'm not a very skilled player. Like, when you see that when I play, you know, obviously I don't suck completely, but I'm not the most skilled player in the world. And sometimes it costs me in Battlegrounds, obviously, when I screw up fights and stuff like that. But Battlegrounds, one of the more bigger things is matchmaking. Which is absolutely important. But, hey, what's up, Luke? Do you get more score in featured? Yes, you do get more points in featured arena. 5-star rank 3s for some reason. Yeah, of course. Thanks. What did Tanks say there? Oh yeah, I have never filled the CCP application. Don't worry about that. I did have conversations about it with one of Kabam guys, but we never really got anywhere at the end. But I have never kind of like formally applied for CCP, no. Back on holiday and back farming for Queen's Media. Nice. Best of luck, man. BS. It's like, again, there are many things that kind of come together in Battlegrounds. You know, roster is obviously one of them. Your in-game fighting ability is obviously a huge factor as well. But then there are two more really important things, which are your game knowledge, your knowledge about interactions and stuff like that. You know, champion abilities and a little bit of that. And another one of thing that comes really, really of importance is the drafting process and how you draft, which matchups you kind of like set up and things like that. That's also a really huge thing. So knowledgeable and make full use of your champions in offense and defense. Super underrated skill. Thanks, Abby. Will you live Juggy testing? I think I might. Oh yeah, the modder crap in BGs was just so bad, honestly. Yeah, obviously when you have more experience, here's another thing that's quite important in Battlegrounds. You need to make a mental note of kind of like perfect fights, so you know what you're up against when you set the matchups up. You need to kind of make mental notes of, if I place, I don't know, King Groot, an opponent has this champion, how long typically it takes for them to get down King Groot. And that's also super important, because then you can kind of like set up matchups where opponent feels confident that they have like a very good counter. I don't know, a perfect example here is when you when opponent has Penny Parker and you still drop that Nick Fury, because you know for a fact that opponent has to drop bare minimum one level 1 and one level 2, which is get 3 bars of power. And if you see that opponent drops something that you can get down quicker, you can purposely kind of like force that matchup out where opponent thinks, aha, I have a really good matchup now, then I'll do that. And then, for instance, you bring in Hitmonkey and just nuke it down in like 20 seconds, or, you know, just finish the fight quicker. If it's 300% health pools, for instance, Penny without Liquid Courage double edge at rank 3 against rank 3 Nick Fury needs to drop 2 level 1s and a level 2, which is 4 bars of power. And there are plenty of champions that can do that fight quicker. You know, it's kind of like when opponent, I don't know, plays I-bomb and you have Ghost, you know. It's cool. Opponent might have the best and perfectest counter in the game for Nick Fury, and there's nobody else who can do that fight faster. But if you have a counter that you know for a fact can outspeed what your opponent is going to do in the best case scenario, you know, that's kind of like a skill there as well. Where another very kind of like good example is, you know, opponent has Spidey 99 and you don't, and you have Man Thing. That Spidey 99 is still going to take a fair amount of time. In which case, even though opponent has the perfect counter, you can very much outpace that Spidey quite well, without much problems. You know, there's quite a lot of thinking and planning. Well, there's like a very good reason why I pretty much never talk during Battlegrounds drafting and stuff like that, because there's like 80 different thoughts and scenarios kind of running through the head about how long it takes, what am I going to do then, you know, what are you going to place afterwards, how this is going to go. And then obviously there's also throwing the matches, which is also a thing that's super important, to know when to throw and discard the champion that's kind of going to be the least effective. That's also quite important. That sometimes the only way for you to win is purposely throw, let's say, round 1 or round 2. You think variants are dead? Kind of. To me, like, here's what I think about variants. I don't give a shit about them anymore. Kabam clearly said it's not a content for endgame players, and I agree. There's nothing in the variant that interests really me. Variant, you know, I consider it at the moment. Variants really have shittier rewards than monthly KVQ. Like, really, they do. So if they would release new variant right now, I'd be like, okay, cool. You know, I'd still do it because it's like content. I can make a guide on it or something, but I wouldn't be fussed about it unless they significantly revamp the rewards and or difficulty, something like that. Other than that, I also don't think there's any point for Kabam to make any more of them, because if you're a new player, you have like 8 or 9 of them already in the game. I don't even remember. And by the time you're going to be done playing those, you know, you're not going to care about variants either, because you're going to care about 6 stars and rank 4 materials and more rank 3 materials and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They're cool for a specific level of players with where the rewards are at. So when you start playing, you become uncollected, I don't know, maybe you become cav, and then you can spend your time in variants, and they serve a very kind of good role. Yeah. There is a meaning for them in the game. I just don't think that there would be much meaning of them adding variant number 10 with same rewards. I really wouldn't. Because when you start playing variants, you know, you're going to complete several of them. You're going to explore a couple of them. And by the time, you know, within that half a year or a year's time, you're just not going to care for those rewards either anymore in variants. So you're not going to do them. So I don't think like most of the new players that are kind of like progressing through that level are exploring all the variants as is. You know what I'm trying to say? So adding a new one, I don't think would matter much. I think there's kind of enough of them in the game. If they want to release kind of like a new version of variants that's aimed for higher players with like, you know, 6-star gear rewards and 6-star rank 4 gear rewards and stuff like that, sure, 100% for it. I'd absolutely love that. In the current iteration, genuinely don't care. Welcome in the Street Fighter mixed with world class chess. Seriously, it's kind of that. I absolutely love Battlegrounds. That's, you know, all of that things coming together is the reason why I love Battlegrounds so much. But yeah, obviously chess is way more difficult. Love the planning aspects of BG's more. Yeah, I love that too. And one of the reasons, one of the things that let me do quite well in Battlegrounds is it really does teach you make kind of ruthless decisions and go against the grain. For instance, you know, I was playing against a ton of people who had even a 5-star thing because they thought thing is, you know, the shit in Battlegrounds. And I had a 6-star rank 3 thing, and I realized that I drafted thing maybe in like 2 matches out of I don't know, 40 where I could have. And both times that I drafted, you know, thing didn't necessarily do much for me. So I cut out a champion that many people even used as a 5-star, even though I had a 6-star rank 3. Because I was not trusting that champion, I was not relying on that champion, and I replaced it with something else that, you know, more people probably wouldn't necessarily think it's a good idea. Something like, I don't know, Joe Fixit might have been or something. And I got better results with that. And with Battlegrounds, it's a lot about kind of like testing, see which matchups you're confident forcing, which champions you're comfortable using and stuff like that. And when it came to Thing, you know, there were only, I think it was Power Snack Meta or something like that I only kind of used. And that is also like a very big aspect of Battlegrounds, because a lot of people think this is a very, very good
Shut
champion.
Up and take my money.
William Stoner,
I'm gonna leave it in my deck, for
$1.99.
But just because the champion is like amazing, it doesn't mean that it's amazing specifically for this meta or these matchups. And that there are not other champions who might be relatively shit in the game be completely amazing for this. What's up, William? Thank you very much for $2. Read comments about variants. Sure. They make new rosters. They should have the options of being played at the current level or Thornbaker Paragon more difficult. Yeah, I think so too, if they do something like that. Here's the thing, I don't necessarily, again, care if they make more I don't think anyone needs more variants in their current version. I might be wrong with that, you might disagree with that. I don't think there is any point of releasing variant 10 with similar set of rewards, because I think as you start playing through the variants, by the time, you know, you start exploring them, you soon stop caring about them, because all the rewards that are focused on 5 stars, and you at that point definitely start focusing on 6 stars. I just don't think it has any impact. I don't think most of the new players explore all the variants as is. I think there is enough choice in which variants you want to do. Might be wrong, people might want, I just don't think that there is any real kind of reason. Which other comment there? Second comment on variants. Variants for upper level 5-star. Yeah, I agree. I agree that they are for that level. But what I'm saying is, if you can, by the time you get through 8 variants, you don't care about 5 stars anymore. You know? What about, no, they're betting their A and they try to using him and get wrecked? I mean, there's a lot of things in Battlegrounds, for sure. Learn plenty in BGs and applied some, yeah, for sure, that's true. I won with Falcon because opponent thought he had better matchup. Yeah, that definitely happens a lot too. They make new rows. You're going to variant 1 with my 565 or lower as originally, you will cry. Well, the thing originally you only had 2 565s. Yeah? Or once 565 when the variants came out. I had a big account and I used plenty of rank 3 5 stars and 4 stars. And my main kind of like bread and butter champions were rank 4 5 stars when variant 1 initially came out. And yeah, it was completely different beast. It had completely different status, but also that 4 to 5 gem was basically the best reward we had seen in the game at that point. You know what I mean? It'd be kind of like 3 to 4 gem right now. Do variants offer 3 to 4 6-star rank gems right now? No, it's just kind of completely different category of content. My brother told me about the game 3 years ago. Best players in a live duel. Well, this game will never kind of support actual PvP, you know, 1 versus 1 type of play, unless they completely live on battle mechanics. Still at 0% last variant they released. Well, I did explore it obviously, but you know, as I said, I'm not that fast. Sentinel variant was quite cool, yes. Oh yeah, Tiger can kill things super quick, Falcon can kill things super quick, and there are more champions that can absolutely tear through things like insanely quickly. Ends up Ankit hiding. Kid Monkey can wreck, yeah. Kingpin wrecks thing very quickly too. Rank 4 Capsum? Yeah, I imagine so. Special 3 first Silver Surfer. If I'm not mistaken, I use it later most of the time. Because when you use a level 3, there's that line that it refreshes your buffs after you apply the aptitude anyways.
99 cents.
So I do it later, personally. William coming in with another 99. Thank you, man. Okay. Concussion. Very good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let the elders bane variants run off the mill variants while the rest of us turn back and Battlegrounds take on the hardest content. Yeah, exactly. You know, if they do update the variants and stuff like that, you know, cool. I'd be happy for that. In that current version, just don't care. Did war season finish? Yeah, this is the last war. So, you know, technically not yet, but this is the last war of the season. So PvP would be, yeah, actual PvP would be horrible in this game. It's just not made for it. Battlegrounds is about as close as I think we can ever get, and I'm fine with that because I absolutely love Battlegrounds. I just want 6-star shots. Fair enough, Dab. Your Battleground styles are hilarious. Thank you very much, Keaton. Comment under Amos. Yeah, I read that one out. The opponent on BGs get hit by Capsum special too. It's instant death. Yeah, true. True. You use the special later. No, you do benefit. Again, have you read Silver Surfer Special 3? Devonch. It says that you refresh all your buffs. And that all refreshing basically means you get the new potency. Get Polygon today. Nice. Congratulations on your rank 4 hit monkey. That's quite cool. The season won by blink of an eye. We're glad about it. The current versions is the pits. Huh? Nice. Good job, Luke. We're gonna lose our last war, so we might not even finish in top 10 masters, which would suck. Last 2 wars we had against Jedi Knights and GT40, so that kind of sucked. So yeah, we might not finish in top 10 probably, which, you know, would sting, but whatever. I'll get over it. On the bright side though, I can rank 4 another champion. 6 likes, people. 55 people chatting. Come on, exactly. Hit. No, it's actually like 17, but still. Come on, guys. I know you can do better. Do better, Senator.
Shut up and take my money.
William
Thank you,
Stoner,
Ryan.
99 cents.
Can't wait for AW rewards update info. Yeah, me neither. I really want to see what's going to be up. Pick if Mega Red and Man-Thing in Nexus. Ah, well. I think you should pick Man-Thing. With Mutant Challenger rank 5 max Sig or rank 3 unduped 6/Strife. Unduped 6/Strife is better. Signature ability on Strife in Abyss does not matter. So I see, thanks. No worries. No worries, that damage. Right, let's clap these folks. And I'll pick mine thing. You should. Line, please. Jesus Christ. Really? Now? Okay. Let's check it. Omega rank 4. I still haven't decided. Could be Mephisto, could be Hyperion, could be Hulkbuster, could be iHulk, could be Mordo, could be Guardian, could be King Groot. Man-Thing need awakening? I mean, ideally, yeah, but you can rank 3 him for like defense and stuff, even unawakened. Oh, right, here we go. Don't run suicides often, kiddies, no. Don't like purple playstyle. Okay. Don't run suicides often, kiddies, no. Oh, I'd pick Mr. Fantastic easily then. Yeah, I'd go with Mr. Fantastic personally. That's just me. Especially if you don't run suicides and don't want to do kitty. Mr. Fantastic Yash. Well, I hope I can somehow get my hands on Scorpion. Then I'm gonna be happy. I mean, I'm never happy, but I'm gonna be less unhappy. How about that? Do you think there will be an announcement of... I think AW announcement is... They already promised AW announcement early this week. So I think it's probably going to be today. So... Well, yeah, I think it's going to be today. Announcement about AW rewards increase for the next season. I can tell you for sure the next season is going to get a rewards increase. I just don't know when there's going to be the announcement for it. One second. About AQ, I suspect that it's going to be the same announcement or, you know, pretty much the same time. Like, very close. When at Man-Thing rank 4? He's not conduit defender. I need one of those. Well, basically, I just need a defender that we don't have in our war group. And obviously, I also want to make sure I can use it in Battlegrounds and stuff. Okay, so... Listen, happy, you're adorable. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. You can expect AW season 36 changelog to be posted early next week. There will be info about changes to rewards, tactics, nodes, bans, and a couple of other topics. We like to give you time to prepare for upcoming season. So, based on this post, we can deduce that for a fact update to rewards, tactics, nodes, bans is coming for season 36. 100% not up to debate. Likely full announcement, again, I suspect today, most likely. Maybe tomorrow, who knows. Tomorrow already would count like as a midweek though, I'd say, so probably today. Gilly 2.0 need awakening. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but no, she's perfectly usable unawakened. Oh yeah, if Man-Thing would get some moderate or minor buff for attack purposes, absolutely love that. Quicksilver update the rewards. Well, I hope they do justice, because the rank 4 material economy has, you know, shifted by like 400% since the last time. Now, Moleman can do things quite fast. For sure. Understood, sir. No worries. Gonna complete Act 6. Exploration, Duke my Herc, and King Groot for a year. Nice. Congratulations, Ristogi. Quite awesome. Playing just another game for hell of 3 shields. Huh? I don't quite understand what you said, Professor X. My brain didn't quite register that. You made me rank up my defenders more than I ever did for it. I know. Yeah, kind of same. I agree with that. Double rewards on garbage day. Yep, that's correct there, Accelerate. 100% correct. What happened, MCOC debugger? Why are you upset? What is wrong, my young friend? William Stoner had a question for me. All right. Oh yeah, Guillotine 2.0 does not really need awakening though. I mean, again, it's helpful. It's nice, kind of like a failsafe, but it's not a must. You rank 3 your Jaggy already? Well, I haven't, but you know, he's good. I like that.
Shut up and take my money.
Thanks, $1.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much from who? From Thanks. Appreciate that. Appreciate the buck. Morning, do you think it's worth to invest in 4-star rankings for Arena when you have a lot of interest in 6-star rank up? No, I don't. I really don't. Here's the thing. I can take my 4 stars to rank 3. I do, but not past that. I don't want to use catalysts on 4 stars that I have to use on my 6 stars, put simply. So I don't personally. What do you think to spend units for Quicksilver? For I'll probably get like the early access bundles and then, you know, open a few crystals, but I'm definitely I can't afford to go crazy on it either, so I won't. I'm just gonna be patient, wait for the next featured crystal for the most part. I mean, like, I'm gonna try my luck out for sure. Quite hyped for him, but for most part, I'll just patiently wait for the featured 6-star crystal and hope to try and get him there. I think about the objectives for EOP Anger final week. I think it's gonna be again the same class-based things. I fear that, anyways. Okay, so Quicksilver does have second highest prestige, yes, in the game. Quicksilver has higher prestige than Dr. Doom, lower than Silver Surfer. That is accurate. What's up, Corvinus? How are you doing, by the way? Easier to grind for basic or feature new champ. It's always basic arena is always easier. The hardest champion to grind for is and always will be any new champion added to the game first time featured arena. That arena is pretty much impossible even for me. That's the arena that hits like 275 million scores and stuff like that. Like, if I want a new featured champion, I need to basically count with 3 days, no life, $500 worth of units, and all the boosts and refills and everything, you know? That's just mental. I'm not willing to do that. I was thinking maybe I'll grind for Valkyrie, but I saw 275 million cutoff. And I was like, yeah, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. Top 5 are Silver Surfer, Quicksilver, Dr. Doom, Valkyrie, and Omega Sentinel. Top 5. The rest of the arenas are doable. Like, if Scorpion basic arena came around, I'd easily grind that out. Like, Blade is, I think, about to be in the basic arena. I might grind that one out. On the reasons... Okay, let's brainstorm on the reasons behind the 400% change in you know, it's always money. That's the reason. It's money. What they have planned for the game. It's gonna be some shift to relic importance or something. Okay, sorry I didn't see that. No worries. Hello, KD in chat. Answer that one. Chels obsessed with for 2 years, cheated on me, and I'm about to beat the shit out of the other guy who cheated on me. Oh. Aren't you 14? Calm down, Mr. MCOC debugger. He cheated on you after 2 years. Here's how you should look at it. You should count your blessings. It was only 2 years, and not 2 kids and a wedding later. I know you're young, you're probably not gonna think of it that way, but trust me, it's better that way. You got off easy. Obviously it sucks. It hurts. It's gonna sting, but with things like this, it's much better than it happens now than later. Second of all, you know, what you do is up to you. All I'm gonna say is that don't be reckless, and always think about what happens after. And you need to be reasonable in the sense that, you know, think what is the best case scenario? What are all the ways that could go wrong? Maybe you're gonna get your ass whooped. Maybe not. Maybe you're gonna get your ass whooped later on by, I don't know, a legal system, a school system, something else. I'm not saying don't do anything about it. I'm saying think before you do something. That's all. It's like, you know, obviously right now, you're the one who got cheated on. You know, you are the good one, right? You're the right one. You're the one who got wronged. What I'm saying is don't turn yourself into the one that is the villain of the story. So Master Stuff 3 should get a full rank 4 without it. Yeah, I think so too. I kind of agree with that. Rank it. It's about the daily card. I won't be getting Quicksilver access, but enough rank it. $500 worth of units might still not be enough to hit those scores. I mean, like with my roster, I think I could with $500 worth of units, but maybe you're right. Who knows? Also, obviously, how much time you have to. Right, last Herc fell off. Yeah, Thor Ragnarok fell off too. Who's going to be your team for the final week? I think the first team I'm going to do something like CGR and stuff. It's obviously going to depend on the objectives, but I think just to blast through it. I think CGR, Cosmic Boost, Liquid Courage, Double Edge, go. No? Yes? I think it works. Right. I'll make a video about it, don't worry. About non-cosmic team? It's probably gonna involve...
I respect you as a person, but I don't respect you as a player.
It's probably gonna involve something like Kingpin and Hood, because I think Kingpin can pretty much do Overseer. Hood can do Warlock. What was the first fight? I kind of forget what was the first fight this time around. But yeah, Kingpin can do Overseer pretty much. Hood can definitely do Warlock quite easily. Then we have Bishop. Oh yeah, and first fight was Herc. I think Kingpin can do Herc too. I think I did Herc with Kingpin as well, by the way. If not, Hood can possibly do that too. Then I just need to pick something for the Bishop. There you go. That works. Before ending the stream, can you please try EOP with Arcus? Well, I have Liquid Courage double edge on, so I'm not sure if I should. Trust me, it doesn't get no. Well, if you get sore, I had a friend who got married to a girl, and she won the passport. She divorced a year later, and he turned sour. He started dating girls and taking advantage by having them pay for most of his stuff. So yeah, absolutely. Well, I already do have rank 4 Thor Ragnarok, so I hope for a rank down ticket in future at some point. Maybe. I doubt you're gonna get one though. Cosmic Allow CGR will solve. There you go. And switching masteries, yeah, I absolutely hate that as well. I think it's so overdue for a proper mastery loadout system. Absolutely hate dealing with mastery stuff. 100% agree with that one. By the way, Thor Ragnarok's, and I shit you not, in couple of metas was absolutely amazing. I'm just saying. I was using rank 4 Thor Ragnarok's in Battlegrounds, and like, I think it was the Safeguard meta and also the Masochist meta. It's quite good. Ghost can take over Saint Bishop, fair play. I'm using. Imagine you rank down at unsig Thor ranks. I mean, I doubt it's gonna happen, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, at least Thor is somewhat better, you know. I don't like Thor, don't get me wrong. I really don't like him, but it's not like he's completely awful now. Like, as I said, I did even do some, like, Battlegrounds fights and stuff. And nuked a Killmonger, for instance, with Thor and stuff. And, like, Warlock as well, I think, and some other stuff. I'm sure you eventually will dupe your Bishop, man. Why not? You should be on gardening leave from tomorrow. Ooh. Why? What do you have planned for the poor bastard? Well, how is he doing? Did he find a new one, or what's happening there? What do you think of Vision Arcus? He's quite alright. I did take him to rank 3 just for kind of just-in-case situations. And also because I don't have Medusa. I do prefer Medusa over Vision Arcus, though. Nice, at least you see Silver Lining in Thorax. Yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing. You know, obviously, if I could rank him down, I would. At the same time, I had my reasons why I ranked him up in the first place. And, you know, it is what it is. I'll just end up ranking up more champions, and, you know, the more champions I have ranked up, the less his rank up matters. Thor Ragnarok? At the moment, no, I'm not placing him on defense. Because we have somebody else in battle group with Thor Ragnarok rank 4. I do agree that I think Vision Arcus is underrated. Still, overall, I still prefer, however, Medusa. Da-da-da-da-dum. 42.5 liters of paint. Sounds fun. It's very, very, very fun. I actually woke up early this morning. I thought I'm gonna nip out, get my girlfriend breakfast and coffee again, but it was pouring down rain, and I was like, nope. Which champion do you want to see buffed most in the game? Right now, I don't want them to touch any of the champions I care about before I feel that the buff program is, you know, doing decent job again. Based on this year's buffs, you know, that I don't want them to buff any of the champions I want to be buffed. But overall, I really want Superior Iron Man and Iron Man to be buffed. Especially Superior Iron Man. I mean, Iron Man because of the legacy value and OG Spidey. But, Superior Iron Man, I think, is like the coolest suit. Come on, why don't you just... Get more plasmas, man. Yeah, whatever. There you go, eat that. Venom Pool did not get buffed this year, it was previous year. Symbiote Spidey could be awesome buff, yeah. OG Spidey, I really want buffed. OG Iron Man, OG Cap, Superior Iron Man, Cap Walder too. Groot, obviously. Those are kind of like the most wanted buffs for me. I think them buffing Nova again would be cool. I mean, I don't think Nova is like that bad, but I think that'd be cool. Beast, I think. Cyclops I never liked too much, but I think, you know, obviously buff on Cyclops would be quite cool. But I think Beast really could be cool with a buff. Loki, Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, Sentry, Moon Knight, Classic Daredevil, Black Panther Civil War. There's so many good candidates. Mr. F? Mr. F is there. I wholeheartedly believe that. And I think if you're, you know, sleeping on Mr. Fantastic, then that's, you know, on you. I think you're missing out. The champion's unplayable. Yeah, of course. Kind of like the same thing with Kamala Khan, you know. Obviously, Sweden did crazy things with Kamala for a really long time. Didn't see many of the players trying to do the same thing. You can't get into him, you have tried, you know. That doesn't speak to the champion's quality. There are a lot of people who hated Quake or couldn't get into it or couldn't learn Quake or didn't enjoy using her or whatnot. It doesn't change the fact that Quake is and was fucking amazing. Quite simple as that. Like, there are some champions that I hate using, but doesn't mean that they are bad. You know, for instance, I really dislike using Magneto. Magneto is one of the champions because of that fact that you just need to parry heavy. It's a single hit heavy attack, and then you need to hold it like forever and stuff like that. I don't like using Magneto at all. Really hate using Magneto. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of using Null either at all. They're very good champions though. I'm not the biggest fan of Spider-Man 2099. When playing him, I mean, he's bad. You know, quite a few champions like that are very, very, very good. Just I don't enjoy them. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of using Falcon either. Absolutely. Completely agree. I have an rank 3 Falcon. I use him. Good champion. Don't like using him. That's the difference, you know. Stealthy. Oh, careful there. Stealthy has its own cult. Yeah. So be very, very careful what you say about Stealthy. Whatever. And a Vegeta wins, I think. Yeah, I think Mole Man is still worth ranking up, yes. Ghost like the easiest to play. Ghost is, yeah, Ghost I don't think is particularly hard to play. Please don't hurt me. I'm not gonna hurt you, but there are some who will want to. How much I practice, can't figure out how to Quake and Shake. It's about quaking, it's kind of like more about the rhythm than it's about the speed. And what helped me learn to Quake is just counting hits in my head, 1, 2, and knowing that on every count I need to alternate what I'm doing, except on 5. If there's a 5-hit combo, you can double charge heavy. That's about it. Can I make a Black Cat guide? Possibly. I do have quite a few guides to get to. I think I need to upload the Hulkling video today that Ankit sent over to me for Hulkling. But yeah, I do have quite a few guides to get, absolutely. I need to do better. I need to do better in that department. Oh yeah, Purgatory is such a cool looking champion, but definitely very weak. Mr. Fantastic is definitely one of those champions that I have on my shortlist to rank as well. But since I didn't already, right now I need to kind of sort out my defense and stuff. Do you see Invisible Woman getting a tune-up this year or next? I hope so. I really do. I think she deserves it. And I actually did something with... It's funny you should mention Invisible Woman. Yesterday I was kind of... I'm not gonna say bored or fobbed off. Anyways. Point is, I did something. Come on, what the hell are you doing, you monkey? Ah, shit. Whatever. Just 1 second. 1 second. Oh yeah, Mr. Negative definitely looks amazing. Okay, okay. Let's bring this back. Let me grab that clip. This is the one? Oh, this is War. Here we go. I was playing for so long, my game became extremely laggy. And, well, I couldn't start building my fragilities anyways, because then he wouldn't be healing, because I had Despair maxed. But the fragility thing wouldn't even be important here. But my game was, like, super laggy at this point, because I was doing this fight for, like, half an hour. I just, like, really kind of popped off. Anyways. There we go. Do. Yeah, I'll show you the stats. It's a 30-minute fight. You built her up to 10k? Jeez. I only built her up to 3k. But yeah, I don't know. My game just started completely breaking down, basically. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Oh, look, I think I lost the fight as I was showing this fight. Okay, yeah, like on longer fights, my game just starts lagging recently. Badly. Okay, we need to get to 250. Spending a Monday evening ramping up mediocre champion. Hey, leave me alone, Ankit. Yeah, what's up, Nick? What phone do I use? iPhone 12 Pro is the phone that I use. Go back and bulk at 10. Oh, that would be such a disappointment. Man, I would be heartbroken if you build up to 20k and special doesn't crit. That would be absolutely heartbreaking, man. So bad. Yeah, Invisible Woman could be absolutely amazing if they gave her kind of like a Guillotine 2099 signature ability of sorts, and also like gave her like heavy attacks or something that works similar to combo shield. It's like invisibility shield where it protects. Then you know what I mean? Something like that would be amazing, and possibly if they allowed her to parry, she really could be amazing. Ideally, also reduce the amount of fragilities needed to like 25 and double the potency. But who knows what they'll do. I'd love Invisible Woman if she get like tiny bit buffed, yes. The cool thing about Invisible Woman is that, yeah, when you screw up, you don't get punished in the health bar sense. You get punished by losing your damage output, but, you know, your health is always intact. Really, did you have to do that? Buffing is woman. Yep. I completely agree. It's funny how it's a different gameplay between top of the line, something other devices and iPhones. Yeah, like I'll be 100% honest. I changed 2 iPhones from top of the line Samsung because of this game. I think iPhone 6 is where I switched over, or iPhone 7 was I think 6 was my first one. And yeah, just stayed with iPhone kind of. Yeah, 12 Pro is what I use now. I didn't upgrade last year. Last year was first year in quite a long time that I didn't upgrade my phone. So I don't have the 13. Not sure if I'm going to be going for the 14. We'll see. I mean, maybe. I still have like the 11 around here as well somewhere. Yeah, I still have the 11 Pro Max too. Oh yeah, you definitely overdue, William. Absolutely. William's talking back then so hard. Meanwhile, my brother's telling me it's super easy. I can imagine the difference there. On iPhone, it is much easier, 100%. And yeah, you know, there's also like a reason why I kept using iPhones. I do think it's a fine, smooth, quality phone. That's about it, you know. Don't need all the bells and whistles that Androids might have and stuff. Quite, in general, I just think the way iPhones are kind of like laid out, I don't know, I kind of like it. It was a bit iffy to get used to, but once I did. And again, I don't want to get into this whole Android versus iPhone thing. I think both Androids and iPhones obviously has their upsides, and I think, you know, whatever kind of tickles your fancy. But for me, I'm quite happy with that. Like, iPhones are, I think there was like a law where iPhones are going to be forced to use that one as well. I'm sure you will remember it. There are recovery options as well. USB-C is coming to the iPhone 15 next year. Well, there you go. Because they passed a law where it's like a must or something like that. And iPhone guys definitely are not overly happy about it, are they? Oh, I believe it could be daunting, yes. But okay. Whereas no one has developed gaming phone yet. There are gaming phones. There are gaming phones definitely out there, but you know, all of them are hundreds and stuff. I think so, yeah. Well, it's about a year from now though, because the new iPhone is set to come out in like a year and a bit. Because new iPhone 14 is set to come out quite soonish. I'm not sure if I will upgrade though. I really have to think about that again this year, or wait for next one. Yeah, even gaming phones, you know, ain't nothing on iPhones. iPhones are just far better for this game. How much units are you able to grind? It really depends how much time I have to grind. Like, for instance, the Battlegrounds are on, I grind significantly less, because instead of grinding Arena as much as I play Battlegrounds more. You know what I mean? Also depends whether I am opening or not opening my battle chips, but I'm able to grind out a fair amount. In a good week, I think you can get about 2,000 units. In less good week, you get about 1,000. Snap that on question asked. Do the masters we do know the answer to us, but go on. Later knows masters do not affect passive unit. There you go. I thought so, but I genuinely thought so. But thanks for confirming. What's up, Goomba 2? How are you doing? I said double just global awards. Yeah, I hope so too, Ankit. Agent Venom good, and should I rank up my 6-star Bishop? 6-star Bishop, definitely. Agent Venom can be made good with 2 specific synergies. Overseer good rank 4 is my set. Yeah, I think Overseer is quite good rank 4. Very good in Battlegrounds as well. Worth to rank down Mallman, 6-star rank 3, and rank up on Black Panther OG. No, I think Mallman is still better than Black Panther. Dodo Reintrick rank 2 first, both unduped. I'd probably pick Toad personally, but it's up to you. Yeah, I know what you mean, William, but if you have like a Kabam account, it shouldn't be a big deal. Here's the thing that you do though. When you have a new phone, before you delete your old phone, yeah? Before you get rid of your old phone and clear it up, you know, make sure that you can log in the game with your new one. Simple as that. And then problem solved. Yeah, Overseer has decent prestige. I think he's somewhere in top 10 still. It's quite high, yes. It's not top 5, but it is good. Map 5 nowadays is really boring. Have not played Map 5 since Map 6 came out. Have not played Map 6 since Map 7 came out. Have not played Map 7 since Map 8 came out. So I really can't tell how is Map 5 these days. Absolutely zero knowledge of that. Okay, so here we are, we're closing in on that 2 million milestone here. And we got 2 million battle chips as well. Sweet. 2 million battle chips. I don't know how long I'm gonna try and save them up, but should I get Overseer for next rank 4? If you like Overseer, the question is like, do you enjoy using that champion? Quicksilver top 3 science, maybe you do. We'll see. He does look very good though, I'm not gonna lie, you know. Looks very, very good. American Chow is good for Battlegrounds. She can be, depends on meta. And depends, you know, yeah, she's quite good. What no? MVGs, would you play Sassy over Man-Thing and why? It depends. When would you play Sassy or Man-Thing? Well, Man-Thing... Okay, so... Man-Thing and Sassy. For instance, you know, Kingpin deals with Man-Thing much better than Kingpin deals with Sassy. It kind of depends on the matchups. Both of them are like armor break immune, obviously, though, but it really does depend on who opponents have. But for the most part, I do think Man-Thing is better than Sassy. Like, if I have to pick one, I typically pick Man-Thing on my defense. Sassy is kind of like behind that, but Sassy is very good also for kind of stalling out the fight, depending on what matches you have. Also, with Sassy, you can quite frequently fake opponents out and lure them in false sense of security. Like, Sassy is going to take time to deal with on most of the nodes, especially with 300% HP, even if opponents have like Archangel or Hemotorch. You know what I mean? Because that massive health blow plus the damage reduction can often let you just outspeed the opponent, even if they have like a really good counter. So it always depends. There's not like one kind of like easy answer there. But overall, I do prefer Man-Thing for Battlegrounds defense. We have claimed all of this, so 9,300 units, quite sweet. Quite sweet. Not bad. Not bad. Look at that. We got something here as well. Test of the Thronebreaker stuff. Where is Test of the Paragon, eh? Thank you. No worries. I need... yeah. Cool. I'm gonna... Yeah, that's fine. Alright, guys. Does Man-Thing need to be awakened to be a good defender? No. Even unawakened, Man-Thing is a good defender. The title is making me laugh hysterically. Well, I'm serious though. Either way, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I shall be back later today. Obviously, we're gonna have Juggernaut pre and post buff damage comparison. We should have my last war video for the season. Possibly we're gonna do a rank 4 Hulkling video, so it should be a quite busy day. So definitely stay tuned, hit those notification bells and all the other cool things. Huge thank you to Heinz11 for still being the dollar daddy of the stream. Appreciate that. And obviously, huge thank you to William as well. Did we have anyone else here? No, I think that's it. Heinz and William. Thank you guys. Appreciate that, and see you later. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information